Your home should feel bold, polished, and totally you. I'm Danny Russo with Daniel Home. We design, remodel, and style spaces that look expensive because they are done right. From kitchens and bathrooms to full home renovations, we also got you covered on the furniture and the finishes that bring it all together. Are you ready to elevate your look? Visit danielhome.com or call 614-227-3155.
Kind of messy. They were the first sponsors of RuPaul's Drag Race back in the day from seasons 1 through 6. While you ladies untuck in the Interior Illusions Lounge, me and the judges are going to discuss this week's elimination.
I don't want to get eliminated. I'm a winner. Oh, see?
Live from the Interior Illusions Lounge in Columbus, Ohio, I'm Danny Russo with my friend Camille Cower.
Hello.
Cower Power for an hour.
Yes, all of the above. Cower power. How's it go? How are you doing, Danny? You've been busy.
I am. I feel like I've been playing catch up and I just keep playing catch up and I don't know if it's ever going to end. We're still in the middle of a move. Oh, catching up from a lot of past things that we're hanging on from last year. And it's just, we're working 6 days, 7 days a week right now. We're getting there, making some progress. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, fantastic. No, I'm kidding. No, it's been a very interesting spring. As many of you may or may not know, I have a teenager. So I've been going on these college tours and feeling all the nostalgia of being a senior in high school myself, but also just realizing this is a new, I don't know, when they get to a certain age, there's not many new steps, new things they're learning. And so this is like a new frontier she's going on, and I'm very excited for her. I don't think she realizes how much fun she is in her future.
A whole new world.
Like, don't get us in trouble with Disney. They always want their coins when you. Like,
oh, shit.
I don't think they'll recognize it.
I don't even know why I know that song. It's Aladdin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you only did 3 words, but yes. There's like a random. Oh my gosh. It's like a random fur hair from my faux fur pillow that I absolutely love. Thank you so much again.
That looks like it's a Donna Saller's Danny Russo original mink pillow.
It is
discontinued. It's one of my favorite pillows, to tell you the truth. They're so soft.
So soft. My dogs keep stealing them. And I don't want them to oh, see, I probably shouldn't have messed it because now all the fur. Oh, well, just know it's fur and not pollen finally. Has the pollen settled down where you are?
It's just getting started. We're still I think we're in faux spring number 2. It's a blustery, I want to say maybe 45 degrees outside, but don't worry, tomorrow's going to be 80, allegedly.
Wow.
So
I think that's the same thing that's going on down here in North Carolina, which you will be down here very soon. And you have some tips for us because, well, I'm kind of going backwards.
Well, now we're going
to start with a different topic.
I know. Okay, where are we going?
No. I won't go there. We'll stay on topic because you made a point of like saying you wanted to talk about this first. So we're going to talk about this first. So a certain person knows way too much history about a certain couple of buildings, and he's going to share all of it. And at the end of it, you're going to see the connection to one of our favorite movies of all time. Bear with me. And you're on.
And that movie is The Devil Wears Prada. And Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out very soon. We were in New York City in November, and we got to visit a bunch of different buildings. And me, being the person that I am, can point out a building and tell you the history of it, and most likely tell you the tenants in it. So we are going to start talking about The Devil Wears Prada 2, how that connects to interior design, and go from there. Camille, we are we following the script? We did have show notes for this episode. Um, and I'm
Yeah, I
lost.
thought you were. I have an outline version.
You do?
Yeah, that's what I did because I don't want to know exactly what you're going to say.
Oh, I'm trying
Yeah,
to
because
figure out where I'm at.
oh,
Episode two concept like so episode two, the concept luxury is changing and most people haven't caught up. Thought provoking, a little provocative, culturally aware, and design forward.
because like at the very end of yours was oh, it didn't even do it anyway. Oh darn. Yeah, it's you're going to talk about the blue, the Vogue, and the office that wasn't supposed to exist.
I think you missed a bit. Go up to 00, go to segment breakdown, episode two concept. Title idea, luxury is changing and most people haven't caught up.
But I thought you
Vibe.
wanted to talk about Devil's Wears Prada. That's what we were talking
Isn't
about.
that
Now.
it? Oh,
Huh?
shit.
Dude, are you okay?
No. Nope. 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 I was in a different episode.
Yeah, Camille's always right.
Camille's all
Always
right.
right.
Camille's all
Just
right.
kidding. Shout
So,
out to Christina for making that song up. I didn't, for the record. Somebody else made it up. Before I ever worked with you, they made up that song. And it's always true.
so your line is,
I don't,
yes, you do. So what if I told you one of the most iconic offices in film was basically stolen? And what if I told you that that same world started with color, and that color was cerulean blue?
well, damn. When we were doing all those wonderful tech things, when you were saying script, I didn't know you meant verbatim, like a real script.
No, there were like little lines in here between the things.
Because you did say you had like little one-liners, but I didn't
Yeah.
know you wanted me to ask you that exact question in order to
Oh,
get
yeah.
an answer.
That's why it says
literally,
Camille,
like,
you.
you see where it says episode title ideas? That's what I said. Blue, Vogue, and because I'm not trying to say that word because I keep wanting to call it Cerulean, and that's not it.
Cerulean.
Sure. Vogue and the office that wasn't supposed to exist. But you want me to, I can do, look, I'm an actor. Tell me what you want
go,
to say
girl.
and I'll say it.
I'm on slide. I don't know what I'm on.
No, there's no numbers on these slides.
I know.
Like, don't make something new up. Do you want me to do, so
Yeah.
what if I told you the
Yeah.
most iconic offices in film was basically stolen?
And what if I told you that same world started with color, and that color was Pantone's color of the year, was their very first color of the year, way back in the year 2000. The color was selected in the year 1999, and that color was cerulean blue. And everybody's buzzing about the Devil Wears Prada. I don't know if you've seen, I can't say his name, and I know I'm going to get it wrong. He was in a show about a show. Adrian Gary.
Adrian Grenner. His Starbucks ad.
Yeah, him. He's in a Starbucks ad because he got left out of the sequel. And we're allegedly going to get some guest appearances in the sequel. I am so hyped for this. I really hope it lives up to the original Devil Wears Prada because there's a lot of history a lot of legacy of the original Devil Wears Prada. And as we all know, it's about Anna Wintour. And so much has come out since then. And since the Devil Wears Prada 1 and the Devil Wears Prada 2, Vogue's offices moved to the Freedom Tower in New York City, also known as One World Trade Center. They've moved their offices there. And we're going to talk about some of the things that have surfaced in the Devil Wears Prada 2 from Anna's actual office. So why does the film still matter and is still relevant to this day? Do you want to cover that topic?
Sure.
Miss Fashionista?
I think why it's still relevant is because for a lot of people that weren't maybe in the fashion industry, they were more like an Andy, so to speak. They learned more about the industry. And even those that maybe lived in small little Utah towns, they also got to see what the real, well, somewhat real, the modeling world and different from America's Next Top Model. They got to see how the actual production, how they decide the looks and how much time it takes into it and the beautiful book that they would have to deliver every so often and the whole procedure of it all. And also seeing what it's really like to be an assistant to a diva, which I would have no clue what it's like, but I've heard rumors. Shout out to Amy.
I have no clue either
What?
because I don't have an assistant. I wish I had an assistant.
You treat your people sometimes like they're assistants.
I don't. I really don't. I work for them, I feel like, really. Because I make my own coffee. Well, this morning I had my own coffee delivered. So I did order my own coffee from Uber.
Oh, poor Miranda getting her
And it was
own
cold.
coffee.
My coffee was cold.
The horror. How could they ever do that to you? Just kidding. I'm
So
joking. You
Merle,
don't treat your
no,
designers as I was just making a joke towards Amy because the other day you were like, hey, text Amy to find me a doctor for my arm problem. And then text Amy for this and text Amy for that. And I'm just like, wait,
I will call Amy
what?
assistant. Amy's my manager, which is also known as my
Office director.
danager,
Yeah.
my danager slash manager. And she's the the woman behind
She's
the
our
man.
well, she's not an Andy. What was the other
Oh, she's
model?
not an Andy.
She's not an Andy.
She's
She's more
not,
like
she's in the basement.
I almost feel like I would be the Andy in this situation because I'm very familiar with interior design
Amy would
from
throw
a
my
from
coffee
a
at me scalding hot. Amy would throw coffee at me that's scalding hot. She wouldn't be go getting my steaks. Amy would be like, no.
okay. And so I was saying about me now. No, I'm kidding. That I would be more like the Andy, but you were always nice to me, not like the mean parts, but just like opening up a whole new world of interior design, learning more about the design process and even learning more about architecture and building. Cause it's always been like, ooh, beautiful pictures, beautiful gowns, or beautiful
Mhm.
sofas. Now I know, oh,
I mean,
that sofa is a wingback. That sofa is this. Like I'm learning all those things, which is awesome.
our industry does parallel fashion very frequently, and I do sometimes come across as a Miranda Priestley when I'm in a bad mood and things aren't done my way. But Miranda Priestley is a fictional character that has, based on the real Anna Wintour, that has become a design icon and not just a fashion icon because of the world that we're in. And Meryl Streep is just such a great actress, in my opinion. I think me and you
Icon.
talked about this the other day. Yes. Actually, it was me and somebody else. I think she might be one of the most talented actresses living and most decorated at this point in time. Am I wrong?
Do you want me to fact check that?
Go ahead. I mean, fact check me anytime
I'm not
because I'm not in
sure.
that industry. I just know she
I'm sure she
mutates,
is.
or what's it called? She goes into the roles, and during the first Devil Wears Prada, she didn't break character for the whole time. So now we're going back, over 20 years later, and the whole world has changed since back then.
Mm.
So from the previews I've been seeing, it seems like Miranda's having a PR crisis, and Andy comes in to address that. But I'm just excited to see what's going on.
Me
But
too.
her office character was so clean, controlled, intimidating, and editorial. I wish that were me. I'm editorial, intimidating at times, clean and controlled. I mean, I function on chaos. So I call my design samples my toys. My staff sometimes has to put them away. But I don't know. That office in The Devil Wears Prada, the first one was not just decorated, it was curated like magazine spread. But those offices have moved. So it's a whole different, I can't wait to see what they've done because Anna Wintour's actual office in the Freedom Tower, she has the most uncomfortable looking chairs. They're the metal frame chairs that I don't know. I don't even know how to describe them. They're very farmhousey and they're in the One World Trade Center building, which is very modern. And then I'm like, that Anna, but not all designers can do fashion. Not all interior designers are fashion designers, and not all fashion designers are interior designers. However, sometimes the two worlds do collide in a person called Christian Siriano, who also has a fashion line and a furniture line, and Rick Owens, who's one of my favorite designers.
Well, even like Cindy Crawford and Miranda Kerr.
Miranda
They
Kerr had
are
a furniture
fashion
line.
models with their own furniture lines.
Yeah, but if you ask one of those girls how to sew, I don't think they're gonna.
Why are they girls?
Gals, humans. What do I have to do?
Women.
Women,
They're
strong
all
women.
older than us. Well, I don't know if Miranda Kerr is, but definitely Cindy Crawford is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I'm sorry. It's
Women. I don't
I
know.
had a
Girls,
girlfriend
boys.
recently like read over an article that I was interviewed for, and she was like, wow, they used a passive voice for you almost every time you spoke, that they made a point of saying she thinks, she feels, as opposed to the male they interviewed. They just stated he said, and so now I'm just like starting to notice those
She
different
and
like,
he. She. I miss this.
huh?
She and he. They were calling you she.
No.
Girl. I don't know.
Okay. So for the listeners that were listening to me, unlike my co-host, no, I'm kidding. I was saying how I
Miss
was recently interviewed in an article, and a friend of mine that read it, she was like, "Oh, it's so weird that the journalist, every time she referred to what you said, she said she feels, she feels, she feels, she feels." And with the male, it was he says, he says, he says. So it made it almost seem like what I say was a feeling, not a fact, as opposed to him being a fact because it wasn't a feeling. And so I'm just now noticing more of those like like the way they try to like when it comes to
intricacies.
women, refer to them as girls, but you wouldn't refer to a grown man as a boy. So it's that same level of like, oh, I'm noticing this, and just trying to be more aware of that. It can offend people
I haven't thought like
indirectly
that.
or like downgrade their whole story. Because when I was reading it, I knew the other person was lying, so it didn't even
Yeah.
dawn on me. I'm like, oh, he says a lot of lies. But yeah, it came off more as fact because it wasn't a feeling. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of, but in Devil Wears Prada, where it's nice to see. Also, I think it was good for a lot of girls to see women running businesses and being a CEO, and also being
Oh
able to
yeah.
show that you don't have to be that starch hard. There's only one girl. There can be that sisterhood, and of course, bring in the gays. No, I'm kidding. But one thing that still like really bothered me is how unsupportive her friends were of her career. Like, have you ever been
Andy.
through that situation with interior designing where,
Oh my God, yes.
yeah.
I mean, High Point's like Fashion Week, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like we have to go, and you can't really go with your friends. And if you do, we know how that turns out. But anyway,
It depends what the
um,
quality of the friend. Because you go with me and I'm your friend.
yeah, but we met there.
True.
But I just think there was one of the models or somebody, I don't know, it might have been Anne Hathaway. I read something that she requested the models in the movie be of um, regular size or relatable, I believe. And I thought that
Hmm.
was kind of cool.
Me too. Because
I
I'm
love
sure
Andy
back then it was probably
Sachs-Carey.
like the Kate Moss heroin chic look. And that's
Oh
kind of
my
coming
God.
back a little bit because of the GLP ones. So I'm not a fan,
Oh,
but
um,
each its
yeah,
own.
that's a whole nother episode. But let's talk about the speech. Um, and the speech, the monologue that changed everything for Cerulean Blue, the Pantone
Oh,
color of the year in 2000, Cerulean Blue, the monologue, trickle down design theory.
trickle down design
So
theory.
there was the famous scene where Miranda looked at Andy and like just looked at her and said, um, she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still learning about this stuff." And I'm like, "This stuff?" So in my world, it's like the equivalent when somebody says couch instead of sofa. It's like, oh, that couch, that's not, or that couch, that's not just a couch. That couch has millions of jobs behind it and millions of dollars of research. And it's not just a sofa, it's covered in um, performance fabric that was handmade with baby's eyelashes in Guatemala. And it's blah, blah, blah. But the scene that we're referencing is in her office. And she said, um, that it's not just a jacket. I think it was Yves Saint Laurent that sent military jackets in cerulean blue down the runway. And then it was this. And then so many designers followed suit. And then it trickled down into some sort of casual
Casual
corner
corner.
where you no doubt fished it out of a clearance bin. So that can relate to my industry in when you go to HomeGoods, you might find one of something, but you're not going to find two.
Oh my
um,
gosh. I love buying like soap and different things from like different house stuff in there because it's always
yeah,
these fun
those
scents
are good
or different.
finds.
Yeah, and they're like $6 for like a gallon, And it'll be
Yeah.
something that smells great as opposed to the generic ones that dry your hands out and my hands get like super ashy like they are right now. We won't show those. But I love it for that. But don't get in love with a fragrance. It'll never be there. Just like you
Same
said.
with furniture. They actually tried to put HomeGoods online right around when the pandemic started. They tried to make it, they tried to have an online presence, and they just couldn't because they couldn't keep track of the stock levels and inventory levels. And it was like, oh, where's this? Oh, yeah. So it was just, that was a nightmare. But
I mean, that's part of the fun of the hunt. Like with like now that antiquing's getting really big too. It's the search and the kill. It's our hunting and gathering. I'm down.
True. But that blue sweater wasn't just what that you where you
Wait.
thought, what did she say? You thought that you thought you made a choice that excluded you from the fashion industry. However, that sweater was chosen for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff. People think they choose design, but design has already chosen them.
Oh. Well, you said nothing about me wearing my cloudy dancer shirt today.
I love your Cloud Dancer shirt. FYI, that's Pantone color 114201. Cloud Dancer, color of the year 2026. Yeah.
I've worn this twice so far, so I'm still very proud that there's no stains on it. And so I wanted to document it that I've worn a white, like a real white, and it has not been tainted. And I don't even drink wine, but I was like, I know a bottle of wine is going to find me because I'm wearing white. It's like, unlike Olivia Pope, I cannot wear a white cape.
I almost bought, there's this brand that I really like, and everybody in the office has been wearing it. It's called Comfort. And they literally released a special edition set that was a white hoodie and white pants. And I liked it for a second. And then I was like, number one, this is not going to stay clean. Number two, I have hoodies that I haven't even opened yet. And number three, an extremely white hoodie that's oversized is going to not look like that. So yeah, I was like, yep, nope. But
unless you wanted to look used, like with paint splatters on it, I don't see there's any
they have
for a designer to dress in all white ever.
No, they have it. They had it in camo, and I was like looking for it in black, to tell you the truth. But then I'm like, wait, I already have it in black, and I have some unopened in black. But it was.
Remember to pack those in your HDMK.
Oh yeah, if we get there. But anyway,
let's talk about that.
But hold on, what about we were talking about the moving of the Vogue to the Freedom Tower, the Office Story.
Sorry. Go.
Girl, you're the one yelling at me about not following the show notes.
See, now this is where it's called making up a new history. It's very common in the new world where you just say certain things and all of a sudden that becomes fact, as opposed to anyone that can rewind this tape and see that it was not Camille that said that, it was Danny. Oh, and we continue to today's programming. Go ahead, Danny.
Well, I'm the lost. Don't know where I'm at now.
Oh, we're now following the script. That's what we're doing. Where is the script? You're supposed to tell us how she's... Wait, you never said anything about how Devil Wears Prada came in, saw her office, redid it, and then what happened?
So between the movie that's coming out and the movie that came out, Vogue has transitioned its offices. I believe they were owned by Condé Nast. I don't know if Condé Nast still owns them, but they moved further. They moved from Midtown Manhattan to Lower Manhattan, which is in the financial district where the World Trade Center was, and they are now located in One World Trade Center. And the symbolism of that is basically they're trying to show the old guard into the new era. It's going to show resilience and reinvention. And the Freedom Tower architecture, One World Trade Center architecture is very modern, lots of glass, lots of windows. And the set designer snuck into Anna Wintour's office and allegedly copied the office to a T so well that Anna Wintour redecorated her office after she saw the preview clip.
Wow.
Which I don't know if this was clickbait or what, because we all have seen Meryl Streep go into Anna Wintour's office recently since the movie, and they mentioned doing a Devil Wears Prada 2. But then this month's cover of Vogue came out, and it features Anna and Meryl Streep together on the cover. And it was like a super secret photo shoot. But when a brand like Vogue changes its physical space, it's not just a move, it's a message. And we're going into the digital age with global influences and cultural shifts. And I don't know. But yeah, that is supposed to be the juicy part of set design, which I would love to do. I would love to get into that.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you think of the movie and what you would change or what decoration. I mean, obviously not decoration. Oh my gosh. What you would change on inset decoration. But I'm also a little surprised that you haven't seen the Miranda and gosh, now I can't think of the real person's name. Anna. You haven't seen the video of them coming out of the elevator together? Like,
I did.
She actually makes her laugh and smile. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then there's this photo, which I'm almost 100% sure that it's AI because it does not look like any photo I've ever seen of Meryl Streep, Miranda, because she's in costume. I've never seen of Miranda. I can't imagine her posing like this, but they're in the back of a limo and she's got like her legs up with the heels and stuff. It's really kind of funny. But I'm living for this. I can't wait for this movie. I hope it's not a letdown like Sex and the City was. We'll see. Because there's this nostalgia element to it. Because every time I see that it's on TV or a new streaming service is showing it, I have to watch it. Whether I think it's on day is seated to watch the whole thing, I have it playing. What about you?
What do you mean? The Devil Wears Prada playing?
Is it one of your comfort movies?
I mean, I have it memorized. I made Caden watch it about 2 years ago, and I was shocked that he had never seen it, and I forced him to watch it, but I'll use lines from it all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Miranda's office represented hierarchy, control, clarity, and real world executives allegedly do the same. I'm not a real world executive. I don't have a hierarchy. I like to say my people don't work for me. They work with me because I could not do what I do on my own. So it'll be interesting. I believe when we were in New York, they were filming in a building close to us because it looks like I saw not B-roll. I saw behind the scenes footage of them taping, and they were taping on the second or third floor of an office building in New York City. And Meryl Streep went over to the office window and was waving to fans. So, and there's video of them like in the previews where she tells Andy to take the train and she pulls off in her Mercedes Maybach, and she tells her to take the train. And when she pulls away, it's the train station at the World Trade Center site.
And so that would be why you remind me of Miranda, because you made me get on a train multiple times.
I had fun on the train. I like the train. We only spent like $3,000 in Ubers that weekend.
If you wanna hang out with a 10, you gotta pay the price.
Oh my God. Wow. Before we were on air, FYI, she was telling me that she thinks she has a big head. I was like, you don't have a big head. Maybe ego-wise you have a big head, but I don't think your head's big. But now I don't know.
Okay, first of all, I'm joking 100%. Although I do make a lot of jokes about you being like, if you make me mad, I'm like, you're a Columbus 10 or Ohio 10 or something. I'll say.
I'm an Ohio
or like I've only
25.
been saying this since that stupid show. What is it? Love is Blind. I'm like, why do they have Ohio 2s with LA 10s? Like it didn't make sense. So I didn't watch the show. But it reminded me of that show. What was it? Love. There was like a dating show back. Maybe it was a fever dream, but I'm pretty sure there was a show where it was like they would hook up nerds with a hottie and a nerd or something. I never watched it, so I don't know what the concept was, because I was like, wait, what if you're a hot nerd like myself? How would they decipher? I don't have a big ego. I don't know. I think because I was a late bloomer, I'm just now kind of just I'm 50. I'm allowed to have fun with the fact that I don't look 50. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'm a 10 every once in a while, and you add
You
40 to it, that I'm telling the truth.
you go, girl.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm old now. You gotta say, you go, ma'am. Just
You
kidding.
go. Oh fuck. You go, she. You go, her.
Ma'am.
You,
Ma'am. Madam
really?
Chair.
Are
Just
we going to
kidding.
go back that far? I don't know. I
Mm.
don't know.
I I do understand why the elders would like the extra sir and ma'ams in there, but I do not still. It has not, I haven't gotten that old yet. So anyway, speaking of new age stuff going around, do you want to talk about your ways that you're saving gas? Do you want to talk about
I guess we
antique?
could segue right into that. We can go into antiquing and we can talk about where did antiquing come from?
That was on the list, honey.
Uh, I didn't do that one, but sure, let's talk about antiquing. Hopefully we can split these all up and it'll be like a nice, great transition. But I've been hearing, I've been
I'm
seeing
going to
for the
be
last
editing this forever.
I've been seeing for the last few years, a lot of people have been using Facebook Marketplace and upcycling things, which I really enjoy that they're doing that and not buying new, but I think it has its place in the space, but sometimes it's getting taken too far. Not everything needs to come from a garage sale. Not everything needs to come from Facebook Marketplace. And brands are catching on to people shopping on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and I'm sure there's other ones that I'm not mentioning. And
Wait, Craigslist still exists?
it does. I went on it the other day just to look for
No
it.
way.
Yeah, I
I
was
was
like,
making
oh,
a joke that about a reality show that I watched that a Craigslist psychic could figure out they were getting divorced because I thought they didn't exist anymore and I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I'm
nope,
sorry
they
if
exist,
you're a
and there's
Craigslist psychic. Hmm?
there is psychic services on Craigslist, I believe, and there's also astrology services as well.
But I was saying it
So
thinking it was no longer a thing. Like I figured the young kids don't know who Cleo is. So I thought this was like, oh, a funny my bad. I'm sorry. I love psychics and psychiatrists. Please don't put a hex on me or send any bad juju my way. I totally believe in you and the moons and the suns and the high rising and the lows and all of that. Back to antiquing.
I'm all hexed out. God, we land in the weirdest places on this podcast.
That's what makes it fun. You put two
Yeah.
people with ADHD.
So I was helping a
Flipping
friend the other day, and there's this show, and it's literally, I was talking about it in a past episode. It's literally called That Thrift
Is it?
Show, That Thrifting Show. It's literally
Oh,
called
right.
That Thrifting Show. And they had to do a room with $2,000 in 2 hours in this aesthetic, and everything had to come from reused sources. So I think the big brands are catching on to this. Even some of our vendors are catching on to this, and they're selling Walmart, Target, Wayfair, Amazon. They're selling to you on Facebook Marketplace, and a lot of people don't know that or believe it, but there's like a product funnel that's going into these things, and you're not getting the deals that you think you're getting as you were in the past because it's a market that was kind of quiet and the brands became aware of it, and now it's becoming oversaturated. So there's a website and a company called Everything But the House, EBTH, and they are a online auction house for estate sales. But I was on it the other night because I was doing some research for a client and a friend, and I was like, yeah, you should call them. And we're moving our warehouse, and I'm like, oh my God, they have photography equipment, camera lenses, cars, coats, shoes, purses, bags, furniture, dining tables, chairs, workout
So they
equipment,
sell
anything,
stuff. Got it.
everything but the house. I mean, RVs, it's like you can find everything on there. So, and the prices actually weren't bad.
Mm.
So, I feel like that's a site that I forgot about kind of because in our world, we would go to firstdibs.com. And First Dibs is like a bougie antique retailer, and they sell a lot of unique things from Europe. Like I remember seeing a revolver coffee table that was one of a kind in there. I wish I would have bought it back then because it's probably worth like 50 some thousand now. And I think when I I was a younger designer back then, and I balked at the price being like $12,000 for this custom handmade coffee table. But First Dibs, they've evolved as well. And I forgot to mention that EBTH and First Dibs, they have jewelry, silverware, plates, necklaces, costume jewelry, wigs. Like there's so much. It was there was plumbing fixtures. I was like, oh my God. They had like IKEA lighting.
It's secondhand wigs. That might be a bridge too far.
I mean, drag queens need to reuse them. They're not going to use all of them their whole life. Don't they have to sell them somewhere? I don't know. That's why this is the Interior Illusions Lounge with Daniel. The Interior Illusions Lounge with Camille Cower. I don't know. You could buy used anything.
Well, I just know like at the wig shops, they don't allow you to like try on wigs without a wig cap because of lice. So
well, I would imagine
I would want a secondhand wig because of lice, but maybe there's a way to clean that out before you. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know either. I would think. Well, I do know. No, so if they're selling furniture cushions, and bedding, has a tag on it that says to only be removed by owner. A lot of times when we're donating stuff, those tags aren't intact. So a lot of the resellers do spray furniture and clothing with a sterilizer or a bacterial thing. So everything has to be, if you're selling upholstery, it has to be sprayed with that sanitizer.
Sure.
What that like it's a. Yeah, that. But so I would think they would do that for clothes.
I'm saying wigs. I'm not talking about clothes. I'm saying
I know. I don't
wigs are on your head. You're sweating in them. Whatever, God knows what. They shed after a while.
Maybe they're not used. I don't know. Maybe they're if you have grandma that was I'm thinking of Sue Bell from Instagram, Sue Bell and her big hair.
I mean, honestly, if you're buying something online, you really don't know that. Or even at a store, if it hasn't been used before, because the models could have used it to advertise it and they put it right back on there. But it's a little different when it's maybe somebody's been using it for work at a smoky bar.
Well, Kim Kardashian has a warehouse full of wigs, I'm sure, from all of her photo shoots.
Well, you said drag queens. So I was going
it could be anybody.
Still. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
They have everything. They had Rolexes. Yeah, I didn't look that deep, but it's something.
A really good auction house near my mom that we have shopped from, and even like family heirlooms we've sold off there. And they've had some like amazing modern art and pop art. Like I've seen them have some of the masters there. Like, and then I'm just like, what? And then they've had these. Like they'll have different themes. So it might be a wine theme, there might be an auto theme, a European autos versus Italian or whatever. I mean, I know Italy's also in Europe, but they'll have it different. I guess the British and German versus Italian, whatever. But it's I love going there, and I've gotten some great deals on some things. And so you really never know what you might see at your local auction houses as well.
You know what? Do you guys have a prop house down there in North Carolina? I love using statement pieces from old sets of movies or concerts, if I can get my hands on them ever. Do you have any of that down there?
I know like one just recently closed, but
I know which one you're talking about.
Another one.
Yes. It's fun to go to those places and look for statement pieces if the project's big enough. I've used them. I've used some in hospitality projects, bars we've done, some stuff. Yeah, that's fun.
So is there a lot of prop houses in Columbus?
Girl, no. Wait, am I allowed to say girl?
I mean, way you said it,
no. No, ma'am. I always feel like I don't know how.
We're too close in age for that.
I guess I'm going to elocution classes soon.
Cotillion? I don't know what that is.
Elocution teaches you how to, like, if you wanted to develop a British accent or learn how to speak, it's called elocution. I only know that because I have a friend that moved from Columbus, Ohio to England and came back a year later with a full-on British accent. And I was like, what?
Oh, like Madonna? Are you friends with Madonna?
No, I'm not friends with Madonna, but Madonna might be making a
Google
cameo.
says you are. Are you lying to me? Could you tell me if you were telling?
Yes, I would tell you. Yes, I would tell you. Number one, you would know. Number two, yes, I did find that about me on Google. It says that I designed her house or something, but I don't know how it came up with that.
Look, that was before ChatGPT
It was.
made that lie up.
I was like, wait, what?
I don't remember, but
No,
that was
it was
funny.
years ago. It was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember telling you, I'm like, this is a design for Madonna.
I was like, maybe
I've said that
Google is psychic.
Madonna's music has inspired me, maybe.
So they got the words mixed up. But it doesn't
Yeah,
matter because
I know.
allegedly, as long as it's in print, it's true. That's what 2026 is all about. If you set it in print and somebody can quote it from the print, then that is the truth now, as opposed to everyone's eyes that were there.
No. Yeah.
Allegedly. Speaking of things that aren't true. No, I'm kidding.
Oh boy. What?
I think we should end this one and start anew.
I think we should too.
Hey.
I don't know where we were going. Do we need to wrap up?
Yeah.
You'll drop all the
let's
links
make
in
sure
there.
everybody, what do they do? Like, share, and comment. Subscribe. Tell a
TDX
friend.
Pod. TDX Pod. Our Instagram almost got hacked last night. I don't know how or why. Still haven't figured that one out.
Why are you sharing that?
I don't know.
So now other people are like, oh, there's a TDX. I mean, I doubt hackers listen to this. Only top quality people listen to TDX podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No scammers.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing your day with us, even if
It
it's
was
a little
so
bit.
good.
Yeah. Bye.
Hope you win.
Do I just keep recording?